To a classic, Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. Now, I know the way you're thinking. Spencer, I'm a software developer. I'm not a sales guy. Why do I need this? But listen, folks, if you want to succeed in tech or anything that you do in life, whether it's working with a team, getting promoted, or leading a project, you need people skills. So let's break down this timeless advice, and I'll tailor it for the software development world. Let's dive in. Welcome to Startup Hack. I'm Spencer Thomason. Here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers in our licensed coding boot camps and build custom software solutions. I do a lot of work as a fractional CTO. With over a decade of executive leadership and a solid 25 years in software development, I've mastered the art of transforming technology, teams, and products. All right, let's just jump right into it. Carnegie's first major principle is all about avoiding criticism. Now, developers, we know the drill. You've just completed a code review and want to point out every little bug or inefficiency. But here's the thing. Nobody wants to feel attacked. Even if they've messed up, instead of tearing someone down, try building them up. Instead of saying, man, your code is total trash, say, I like your approach here, but we can improve this section to boost performance. Simple tweak, but it changes the entire tone. You'll not only get the change you need, but you'll also keep that positive team dynamic going, and that's super important. Now, next, don't criticize, condemn, or complain. The first habit is crucial. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. We've all been there during a frustrating project. Maybe someone's code broke the build, or the database queries are running like molasses. But calling someone out in a negative way does more harm than good. Focusing on solutions instead, offer a constructive feedback in a way that doesn't just feel like an attack, while building relationships and make your team more open to suggestions. In the dev world, your words are just as important as your code. So don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Now, the second principle is to give appreciation, and this one is golden in software development. Too often, we get so wrapped up in deadlines and bugs and points and velocity that we forget to recognize good work. So take a moment to appreciate your team's contributions, no matter how small. It could be something as simple as saying, hey, great job refactoring that function. Performance is so much better now. That positive reinforcement goes a long way. People will not only appreciate you, but they'll also be more likely to help you out in the future. So give honest and sincere appreciation. Now, this next one's a little tricky, but it's super powerful. Inspire others to want what you want. Now, that sounds manipulative, but in software, this is about getting your team or stakeholders excited about your vision. Don't just say, we need to implement this feature. Instead, show them why it matters. Say something like, if we implement this, it's going to reduce load time by 50% and improve user satisfaction. When people feel invested in the outcome, they'll work harder and collaborate better. So, rise in others and eager to want, right? Now, speaking of getting systems working together, if your company has systems that aren't connected, let us help you out. Here at Startup Hack, our specialty is connecting systems to help your company work like a well-oiled machine. So check out startuphack.com/Spencer and let us help you optimize your process. All right, now, this next one might sound like a soft skill 101, but here's the thing. People want to feel valued, even in tech. As a software developer, you've often focused on the code, but don't forget people around you as well. Ask your teammates about their work, their challenges, and how you can help. You'd be surprised how much goodwill and influence you can build by simply being interested in others. The stronger your relationship, the more smooth projects will run. So become genuinely interested in other people. The next one is, I know what you're thinking, and it's smile. Really? And this isn't just about a scary movie, right? Hear me out. In person, a smile can diffuse tension and build rapport quickly. Even in a virtual meeting, a positive, friendly demeanor goes a long ways. So when you're working remotely, that extra touch of positivity in your tone, whether it's a Zoom call or Slack message, can make all the difference. So a little warmth and friendliness can make the workplace much more collaborative, which is essential when you're working on complex projects with tight deadlines. So get on camera and smile. It makes a huge difference, even if you're virtual. Now, then Carnegie says remembering someone's name is a simple yet powerful tool. For developers, this means more than just recalling a name at stand-up meetings. It's about recognizing your teammates' contributions and making them feel valued. When you remember a little detail like a colleague's recent success or a bug they squashed, it shows how you care about them beyond just their role on the project. Building a personal rapport makes it easier to influence decisions later when you're pitching your own ideas. So remember people's name. Now, also, developers tend to love talking about the cool things they're building or about solving all the tech problems. But here's the kicker: to build influence, you've got to be a good listener. Ask your colleagues about their ideas, their struggles, and their wins. You'll not only learn a lot, but they'll appreciate that you're giving them space to share. Whether it's during code review or in a team meeting, being a good listener makes people more receptive to your suggestions down the road. So be a good listener and encourage others to talk about themselves or the projects they're working on. Now, when you're pitching a new framework or trying to get a colleague to see your side, make sure you frame it in terms of what they care about. For example, let's say you're trying to convince a manager to adopt a new tool. Don't just say, "This will be cool for us developers." Instead, highlight how it will save time, reduce bugs, or improve customer satisfaction, things the manager actually cares about. The more you align with their interests, the easier it will be to win them over. So talk in terms of other people's interests. Now, the next one. In a fast-paced world of software development, it's easy to overlook people's contributions. But Carnegie's principle here is simple. Make others feel important. When you're working on a project, take the time to acknowledge everyone's roles, from the junior developer who squashed a tricky bug to the product manager who kept the team on track or wrote a really nice story. A little recognition goes a long ways. And make sure it's sincere. People can spot fake praise from a mile away. So make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. Now, arguments or contention in software development can escalate quickly, especially when strong opinions clash over the best way to solve a problem. But here's the thing: nobody wins in an argument. Instead of trying to prove you're right, focus on finding common ground. Say something like, "I see your point. What if we try this approach and compare the results?" This keeps the conversation constructive and moves the project forward without unnecessary drama. So avoid arguments because ultimately you can't win them. Now, this next one. When you're in a heated technical discussion, the easiest way to derail it is by saying you're wrong. No one likes being told they're wrong, especially developers or people in tech. Generally, it's a lot of type A personalities. Instead, respect the other person's opinion. Even if you disagree, say something like, "That's an interesting take. Have you considered this as an alternative?" It keeps the discussion respectful and productive, allowing you to influence without shutting people down. So show respect for the other person's opinion and never say you're wrong. So we can disagree without being disagreeable. Next, we all make mistakes, whether it's merging a buggy PR, or making a bad architectural decision. Carnegie says the best way to handle mistakes is to admit them quickly and emphatically. In the software world, this builds trust and credibility. If you broke the build, own up to it right away. Your team will appreciate the honesty, and it's better to be upfront than to let issues linger. Plus, it sets a great example for the others to follow when they inevitably make mistakes too. So if you're wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. Recently in a meeting in our stand-up, I was just like, "No, we're not going to do it that way." And I kind of overruled the product manager, and one, I felt really bad, but two, I ended up being totally wrong. So in the next day's stand-up, when I had done some other research and things had come to light that I was wrong, I quickly made sure that in front of the whole team that I quickly, one, apologized, and then two, said that, "Look, I made a mistake." And I think what it does is it humanizes you to everybody else and gives room for everybody to make a mistake, but also to show that what we were trying to do was work together as a team to come to the best solution. Now, these are just a few of the things that I came up with. What are some of the ones that you find from Carnegie's books? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I love having a great discussion. The best compliment that I get is when people leave a comment down below. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers in our licensed coding boot camps and to build custom software solutions for folks. So reach out because we'd love to help. Hit the link down below or check out startuphack.com today, and we will catch you guys next time. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel because we bring you lots of great tutorials and tips that every developer should know. See you next time.